Hello everyone, welcome to Voxel. In this video, we're going to discuss section 1 of test number 4 of book 19th. Okay, so we have already discussed book number 1, 2, and 3. So now we're going to discuss book number 3 and in that section 1. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So if you have seen my previous videos, you know the drill, you know the routine. What we're gonna do, we're gonna read the title of the passage first. Customer reviews of cafes in the town of Artingly. So here this is particular name of the town. So what we're gonna read here is we are gonna read customer reviews. So there are some cafes in this particular town, Artingly, and we're gonna read customer reviews of these cafes. So now what we're gonna do is we're not gonna just read the paragraph yet. First we're gonna go look at the number of questions we're gonna deal with and the type of questions we are gonna deal with. So because in GT our first section usually we have question 1 to 14 is divided into two, sometimes three paragraphs. So if let's see how many paragraphs are there. For the first paragraph we are given questions 1 to 5. Okay, so there are questions 1 to 5. So what we have to do is we have to find the like paragraph contains information. We have to tell which paragraph or which question is true for which paragraph. So we have to write the paragraph number in front of this. Okay, we have to write the correct letter A to F in front of our answer or on our answer sheet. So there is NB here, that's very important to understand. NB just means there is a note for you to remember. You may use any letter more than once. So we can use any letter more than once. That means we have 6 paragraphs and we have 5 questions. So this just means that probably definitely one paragraph is extra because we can only write 5 options, we cannot write 6 options, and in that also there may be more than one paragraph. Let's just say if question number 1 and question number 3 both answers like both have A as their answers, so that just means there will be another paragraph apart from the one particular paragraph that doesn't have any answer. So we may have 2 paragraphs that do not contain any answer. So we have to be very careful about that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to read the questions, understand the meaning, and then start reading the paragraph. So let's read the question together now. And second thing, before solving any questions, like after reading the paragraph, to tell me whether there is any answer or not, I will give you around 10 seconds. So if you need more time than that, you can pause the video and then when you are ready with your answer, you can continue. So let's read the questions together. Cup sizes are more generous than you might expect. So we have in whatever paragraph or whichever cafe they give you, more generous just means bigger cups. So if I tell you in simple terms, so cup sizes are bigger than you might expect. So let's just say if whatever their cup size is, small, medium, large, whatever they use, the whatever terms they use to denote their cup sizes, their cup size, like if you talk about small cup size, their small cup size will be bigger than other cafes small cup size. So thing like that. Hope it is clear. Are you getting my point? Okay, moving forward to second question. Recent changes are likely to have a negative impact. So there are some recent changes and it is possible they may have opposite impact, negative impact. Third question, it needs better signage for customers. So this particular cafe, it needs better signage for customers. So what does this mean, better signage? Yes, better signage just means there should be better, there should be boards with markings or better visibility of this particular cafe, something like that. Okay, there should be some symbols so that are clearly visible, or the names should be clearly visible, something like that, that signals about or that gives information to customers. So there should be some kind of boards that give information to customers that they require. Fourth, It has a strong local customer base. So this particular cafe, uh, local customers are loyal, so it has a strong local customer base. Basically, it's popular among local people. Fifth, it deserves the public praise it has received. So, whatever praise this cafe got, it deserved that. It's not like we are not overstating anything, we are not exaggerating anything. Whatever praise people are giving to this, whatever praise they are singing of this particular cafe, it deserves that particular praise. I hope all the questions are clear. Now we're gonna read the A paragraph, and after this, you're gonna tell me whether there is any answer or here or not, or if it has one or more than one answer. Okay, we'll start now. A, Coffee Dream. So this is the name of the cafe. Sorry about that. Okay, the decor of this cafe is great. So the decoration, the environment of this cafe is great, but why don't the owners make it easier to queue up? But the main question is why the owners are not making efforts, okay, to make it easier to queue up, to like create a line, something like that. There so little space around the counter that everyone is squashed together when they order. Obviously, if something is not easier, it's difficult. So what's difficult? Because the space is so little that everyone is squashed together when they order. I'd recommend checking that there's somewhere to sit when you go in, as it can get very crowded. So the reviewer is saying that sorry about that. Okay, so the reviewer is saying that he or she would recommend you that you should check whether there is somewhere to sit before buying, obviously, the coffee or whatever you want to buy from this particular cafe, because it can get very crowded. So you will not be able to sit, you will not be able to get a place to sit, or maybe you have to stand up for your particular cup of coffee, to drink your cup of coffee, something like that. So it's recommended that you should check like whether there is any seat, or what there is any vacant seat or not. I hope the paragraph is clear. Now you will have around 10 seconds to tell me the answer, whether there is any answer or not. If there is, whether there is only one answer or more than one answer, and your time starts now. Okay, time's up. Now we will read together and see if about this paragraph. Cup sizes are more generous than you might expect. Is there anything mentioned about cup sizes? Nope. Second, recent changes are likely to have a negative impact. Is there any mention of recent changes or new additions, something like that? Nothing like that. It needs better signage for customers. Can this be our answer? No, it needs better sitting area, or it needs more space, but it doesn't need better signage. There is no mention of that. So this cannot be our answer. Fourth, it has a strong local consumer base. Is there anything mentioned about this? No, they are saying the decor of this cafe is great, but there is nothing about local customer base, strong local customer base. Fifth, it deserves the public praise it has received. There is nothing mentioned about praise, or there is only mentioned about a complaint, because there is so little space. The space is not enough sufficient, so this is a complaint, not a praise. So nothing about that. So A paragraph, we don't have any answer. Moving on to the B paragraph. Cafe lingo. Local media are right in saying that this cafe makes the best cup of coffee in town. So they are saying that local media, they are like right in saying that this cafe makes the best coffee in town. So this is the best cafe in town. But remember to take the time to appreciate the local artwork displayed on the walls around you while you are sipping your cappuccino. So they're saying that, but do not forget, remember means do not forget to take the time to appreciate the local artwork. So you have to appreciate the local artwork that is displayed on the walls around you. So maybe on the wall there are paintings by local artists, or maybe some kind of artwork, graffiti done by local artists, that you have to appreciate, that you should appreciate in fact, while sipping your cup of coffee, cappuccino. Okay, now you have around 10 seconds to tell me about this, and your time starts now. Okay, time's up. Now let's see if there is any answer or not. First, cup sizes are more generous. Is there any mention of cup sizes? No. Recent changes are likely to have a negative impact. Is there anything mention of recent changes? Nothing like that. It needs better signage for customers. Is there anything about better boards or better visibility? Nope. Fourth, it has a strong local consumer base. Is there any mention about that? No. Do not get confused with local artwork. So there is like local artwork on the walls of your on this cafe, but it doesn't say local strong local consumer base. There is nothing about customers or public. Okay. Fifth, it deserves the public praise it has received. Is this our answer? Can this be our answer? Yes. Let me mark the answer first. It is our answer. Where it is written local praise here, sorry, where it is written it deserves the public praise it has received, here local media they are praising it. So public praise, so if you are being praised by media, you are praised publicly. I hope it is clear. So moving on to the C paragraph. Billy Dink's Cafe. As this cafe had been recommended by someone staying in our hotel, we decided to try it out. So, this cafe was recommended by a person that was staying in this particular hotel where this particular reviewer was staying. So they decided to try this cafe out. Despite being on the first floor, it was already crowded by 10 in the morning. So, this cafe is on the first floor. Despite this, it was already crowded by 10 in the morning. Basically, like around 10 o'clock, this cafe was full. And it quickly became clear to us that this is a place that residents in the area use regularly. And then it became clear to the viewer that this particular place is used by residents regularly. Fortunately, a family group left just as we arrived. So this the main thing that they are saying, that we were fortunate enough because a family group just left when they arrived. So they got a seat. Otherwise, they wouldn't have gotten a seat. We were lucky enough to get a table overlooking the street. So they were lucky. They got the table that like gave them the view of the street. There we enjoyed some delicious pancakes which we washed down with the biggest small coffee we have ever had. So what they did there, they enjoyed, okay, they ate basically some delicious pancakes which we washed down. So washed down meaning to say they ate or they gulped with what, with the biggest small coffee they ever had. So they whatever it is, they ate these pancakes with the biggest small cup of coffee. Okay, so this is your paragraph. Again, you have some time to tell me the answer or the answers, or if there is any answer or not. You and your time starts now. Okay, time's up. Let's look at the questions together. First, cup sizes are more generous than you might expect. Is there anything about cup sizes being more generous or bigger than we expect or you expect? Yes, there is. So C is our answer here. Where it is written? Yes, in the here. Mm, The biggest small coffee cup they ever had. Let me mark the location here first. So more generous. So they the small cup was the biggest cup they ever had. Like on all like out of all the cafes they ever visited, this cafe had the biggest small cup. So their small cup was like bigger than other cafes that they have visited in their lifetime. Hope it is clear. Let's see if there is any other question here or not. Recent changes are likely to have a negative impact. Is there any mention of recent changes? Nope. It needs better signage for customers. Is there any mention of better signage to customers? Nope. It has a strong local customer base. Is there any mention of this? Yes. It is also mentioned in this particular text where it is written. Yes, this is a place that residents in the area use regularly. So if who are residents, people who live at a particular place, they are called residents of that place. So local people, basically local customers. So if they're buying something from a shop, they become customers, and if they live there, they become local customers. So this is the place they use regularly, so it has a strong local customer base. I hope it is clear. Fifth, we have done it already. So in C paragraph we got two answers. Okay, now we have three paragraphs left and only two questions left. So at least out of these three, one will be extra. Maybe two can be extra if again we have any repetition. Let's read D paragraph. Drink in the park. Okay, so this is the name of the cafe, Drink in the Park. No one can deny that this coffee house is located in a beautiful setting. So they are talking about the location area of this cafe. If the outside tables are full, you can simply take your cup of coffee over to one of the many park benches and enjoy it there, which is what we often do. So let's say if their tables are full, that are outside this particular cafe, you can go to the park, obviously that is near the cafe, and there are a lot of there are a lot of benches there, and you can enjoy your cup of coffee there. That what this reviewer often do. So again, you have some time, tell me the answer, and time starts now. Okay, time's up. Let's see if there is any answer here or not. Second question. Recent changes are likely to have a negative impact. Is there any mention about recent changes that may have negative impact? There is nothing mentioned about changes, so this cannot be our answer. Third, better signage for customers. No, there is no mention of signage. So D is also free paragraph. You can say we don't have any answer in D. Let's read E paragraph. Chocolatas, okay, right? So this is the name of the cafe. We have been here several times and always order the same drinks and food. So the reviewer is saying that they like he or she went had like gone there, or he or she goes there a lot of time and they order the same food there. The last few times, however, we have noticed that the rolls have less filling and the coffee tastes watery. But like in the last few times, like for the last 3 or 4 times they or he or she went there, what they noticed is that the rolls, whatever the rolls they are eating, like it's sort of burritos, you can say, they are eating, they have less filling. So the veggies or the meat, whatever the rolls are filled with, the burritos are filled with, the quantity is like shrinking, and the coffee tastes watery. Okay, that's a negative thing, obviously. Perhaps the company is trying to cut costs, but this will only lead to customers going elsewhere. So the thing is, perhaps maybe companies trying to cut costs. So they are trying to save some money, but obviously this will make customers seek somewhere else, because who likes watery coffees? Or if your rolls or if your burritos do not have enough filling, you are just eating bread mostly, why would you like to go there if they're charging you the whole thing for the whole thing? Okay, the prices are compatible. Okay, sorry, the prices are competitive. Sorry about that, the prices are competitive, and even in those prices they are not giving you sufficient amount of food, you will not go there obviously. So the customers, they will lose customers by this, doing this. Okay, now again, time starts now. If you should tell me whether there is any answer or not, and time begins now. Okay, time's up. Let's see if there is any answer or not. Second question: recent changes are likely to have a negative impact. Is there any mention of recent changes that may be negative? Yes, there is. First, let me mark here E paragraph, where it is written here, basically in the last two sentences. The few times, what are the changes? The changes are rolls have less filling and coffee is watery. So negative, customer going somewhere else. That's negative. So question 2. And 3, it needs better signage for customers. There is no mention of this. So obviously this has to be option number F, but we will mark after reading it. Cafe Solisto. After a considerable search, we eventually found Cafe Solisto tucked away behind an organic grocery store. So they're saying that after a considerable search, so considerable search means a lot of search. So they had to search a lot, but eventually, finally, they were able to find Cafe Solis. Why? Because it is tucked away behind an organic grocery store. Tucked away means like it's behind organic grocery store. There was nothing outside to indicate that it was there. So it didn't have any boards, or it didn't have any signage indicating that it cafe is behind this particular organic store or in the particular alley or something like that, which would have been helpful. And this particular thing, if there was any sign guiding, or if there was any, you can say, direction board giving directions, it would obviously been helpful. Once inside, we were presented with a menu that had more coffee options than we had ever seen before. 20 minutes and a lot of discussion later, we finally decided what we wanted. We could then sit back and enjoy the happy chatter and welcoming atmosphere around us. And then they saw a lot of coffee options on the menu, and after this, it took them 20 minutes and lot of discussion to finalize what they want to drink or eat. Okay, and then they just ate and enjoyed the atmosphere. So obviously this is our answer F, and this is our location. Third, I hope it is clear. Okay, so all the questions are done, and so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna see the remaining, because we have to solve questions 1 to 14. We have solved 1 to 5, and then we still have 6 to 14 remaining, and we have to see whether it's in the one paragraph or two paragraphs. Okay, we'll do this. Okay, so first we have like seen that the questions are 6 to 14, 6 to 14. So we have only two paragraphs for this particular section. Okay, before beginning this paragraph, I just want to tell you something. If you are struggling with your IELTS writing and or speaking, Okay, or maybe even listening and reading. If you're not able to get your desired band scores, if you are struggling with, first I am going to talk about reading and listening, and then I will tell you about writing and speaking. If you're struggling with any particular type of question like true false not given, maybe MCQs, paragraph contains information, or things like that, or for listening, maybe you are not able to understand how to solve listening MCQs in listening, or matching information from the box or whatever, per section 1, section 2, section 3, whatever, or section 4. So if you're struggling in your listening and or reading, you can buy our course. If we have made a detailed video course on each type of questions, in which we have told you how to solve this particular type of question in detail, what kind of things you need to take care of before solving that particular type of question. And in we have solved readings as well in that particular video course, that will help you to understand how to solve, how to attempt a particular type of question. So there we have solved true false. If the video is on true false not given, we have only solved true false not given in that particular video. We haven't solved like this particular thing, like mixture of questions. And if I talk about writing and or speaking, if you're struggling to get band 7 or more in writing and or speaking, you can buy our video course. Again, we have discussed in detail that what examiners are looking for if you want to achieve band 7, what are the 4 parameters, what those parameters mean, and you will be able to understand, hopefully, in which parameter you are making mistakes. Like if I talk about writing task 2, there are 4 parameters: task response, cohesion and coherence, grammatical range and accuracy, and lexical resource. So if you are not able to get band 7, we have discussed what band 7 means in lexical resource, what band 7 means in task response, C and C, cohesion and coherence, and GR and A, grammatical range and accuracy. We have discussed it thoroughly. Similarly, for speaking, the 4 parameters, we have discussed it thoroughly. We have also discussed tried and tested methods. We will teach you tried and tested methods for both writing and speaking, which have helped numerous students, a lot of students, to get band 7 or more. So it's not like you will not be we will not teach you methods. We will teach you methods. We will teach you how to attempt different types of questions. We will give you structures for each type of questions, so that in exam you don't have to worry about how to attempt. You just have to worry about how to organize your ideas. Okay, so moving for, if you want to, sorry but that if you want to book your slot, if you want to enroll in our video course, you can contact on our website, that's in the link in my bio, and we will be happy to accept you. So without any further ado, we will start this second section of this particular text. So what we're going to do is we're going to read the text now. Frog Valley development, creating a better area to meet the needs of the local community. So it is about Frog Valley and the development of this particular valley. So they're saying that they're trying to create a better area to meet the needs of local community. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the questions and see what we're going to deal with. Here we are dealing with true, false, and not given. Okay, so what we do is we will read these questions are almost always in sequence, so you don't have to worry about, like 99.99% of the times you will find the question in sequence. Like you will find the answer of the 6th question, and then you will find the answer of the 7th, and then 8th, and then so on. Okay, if by any chance if there is any anomaly, like you will find like 9th question before 8th question, that will be like rarest of the rare cases. Even then, if you find that, it will be because of use of any pronoun, otherwise they will all be in sequence. So let's read the 6th question. Builders have already started work on the new primary school. So when the answer will be true, when builders have already started. So already started means the work has begun on the new primary school. If the work has already begun, meaning to say it's under construction, then the answer will be true. When the answer will be false, either when the new primary school has already been built, so there is no work left there to complete, or maybe they haven't started it yet, they will start maybe in the near future, or they will start soon. In either case, either past or the future, the answer will be false. When the answer will be not given, when we don't know whether there is any work being going on for new primary school or not, or whether there is any information on new primary school or not, okay, then the answer will be not given. Let's read the paragraph now. The proposal to develop the part of our city known as Frog Valley has now been passed to the local council for consideration and approval. In case you missed earlier newspaper reports, here briefly are some changes and improvements that are being planned for the site. Okay, there is no mention of new primary school here. So what we're going to do is we can do two things. Either we will read the second question, or maybe we can read the second paragraph, and even if in the second paragraph we are not able to find the question number 6, we can read the second question. So why I will do is I will read the second question and see if there is any information in this paragraph. The new school will take in children from outside. Okay, there is nothing about new school till now, so obviously we will read second paragraph. An area of land in the southeast corner of Frog Valley has been allocated to the construction of a new primary school, which, if the building does go ahead, will accommodate 300 children. The size and location of the school mean that the admission will not be limited to families. Okay, this is other question. So our sixth question is in this particular sentence. So you have some time to tell me the answer, obviously around 10 seconds, and your time starts now. Okay, time's up. Let me just change the location so that I can make it more clear to you. Okay, so again, until I am changing the location of my, okay, so the answer is, drum roll please, false. I hope you arrived at the correct answer. If not, I will tell you why it is false. So here it is written, the question states the builders have already started the work, meaning to say the building is already under construction. But here they are saying that they have although they have allocated the site to the construction of new primary school. So here they are saying if building does go ahead. What does this mean? If building does go ahead, this means if the building is made in the future, they have already decided the site, meaning to say the building work has not started, it's in talks only, like it's on paper, but on ground nothing has been finalized. So they have finalized the site, and they are thinking of making the school there, but they are not like 100% sure, because they are saying if the building does go ahead, so if they are able to find the funds or whatever the problem is, if they are able to sort that out, or whatever their plans are, if they're able to sort that out, maybe the building will be made at that place. But now there is nothing like that. So it will happen in the future. If it happens, it will happen in the future, but right now, as of right now, nothing has been started. Okay, now seventh question. The new school will take in children from outside Frog Valley. So they are saying that this particular school, it will meaning to say in the future, obviously when it will be made, because it hasn't been made yet, it will take children. So it can, like children outside the Frog Valley can take admission in this. So if it children from outside the Frog Valley can take admission in this school, the answer will be true. But if children outside cannot take admission, only children from or within the Frog Valley can take admission, the answer will be false. But if we don't know whether outside children are allowed or not, we will say the answer is not given. I think we have already read something about it. The size and location of the new school mean that admission will not be limited to families who live in the area. So this is our location. You have some time, tell me the answer till I mark the location here, and time starts now. Okay, time's up, and the answer is true. I hope you arrived at the correct answer. It was quite straightforward. So admissions will not be limited to the families who live in the area. Just means from outside the Frog Valley you can take admission. Now we're gonna read the eighth question now. There will be an increase in the number of shops. So the question is saying that the number of shops, it will increase. Okay, if the number of shops will increase, the answer will be true. But if the number of shops will not increase, what can be the other two possibilities? Either it will stay the same or it will decrease. In both cases the answer will be false. And if we don't know what will happen to the number of shops, like whether they will increase, decrease, or remain same, we will say not given. Hope it is clear. Let's see. Another feature that will bring people together will be the new shopping mall. Plans are to move all the existing local shops which are currently located in small groups around the site into one shopping zone, and this will see the addition of an organic farm shop and a vegan store. Okay, so they are saying that what they are planning to do is they are planning to open a new shopping mall, and they're planning to move all the existing local shops that are in a small groups around right there to one shopping zone, and there will be addition of one organic farm shop and a vegan store. So do you have some time? Tell me the answer, and your time starts now. I'm going to write the location here. Okay, time's up. I'm going to write the answer here, and the answer is true. I hope you were able to figure out the correct answer. Why it is true? Because here they are saying that the old shops, they will remain the same because they will be shifted to this particular shopping mall, but they will also add addition, meaning say plus an organic farm shop and a vegan store. So two new stores or shops will be opened, so obviously the number will increase. So true. Okay, ninth question. Now we're gonna read ninth question. The community center will replace an existing social club building. So they're saying that there will be a new community center and it will replace. So will obviously the future, because everything will be in the future here in this particular paragraph. Existing social club building. So there is a social club building that is present right now, and this building will be replaced by a community center. So if that is the case, we will say the answer is true. But if the community center is not replacing any social club, okay, the answer will be false. But if we don't know whether community center will, whether if we are making community center, like we don't know the location of the community center just yet, we'll say we don't know whether it will replace any building or not. Answer will be not given. Okay, let's read it together. A community center, so here is our location. A community center will be central to the development of the site. So this will be the main part of the development of the site. It will provide a much needed meeting place for clubs and societies that until now have had to meet wherever they can find a venue. So they are saying that it will provide a much needed meeting place for clubs and societies for which they don't have any place, and wherever they find any venue they were like organizing meetings there. The pride of the center will be a multi-gym. So this is something else. So obviously our answer is in this location, and you have some time to tell me the answer, and the time starts now. Okay, time's up. I'm gonna write the answer now, and the answer is false. I hope you figured it out, but if not, don't worry, I'm going to tell you why it is false. So here they're saying that there is a at present there is some social club building that will be replaced by a community center. But what are they saying here? So they're saying that this community center will provide a much needed place for clubs and societies that until now, so meaning to say right now, they don't have any particular place. So they are hosting their meeting, they are holding their meeting wherever they can find a venue. So there is no one particular place where they are holding their meetings. So there, if there is no social club available, so there is no question of replacing it because there is none present right now. So false. I hope it is clear. Okay, let's see the 10th question. The swimming pool will be free for residents of Frog Valley. Okay, so they are saying that there will be one swimming pool there and it will be free of cost, but for whom? Residents of Frog Valley. So if you are a resident of Frog Valley, you can use this swimming pool free of cost. But if you are not living here, you may have to pay some money. Okay, let's see. If you can use it for free, what will the answer? True. But if it is not free for anyone, maybe everybody has to pay some money or some fee for it, the answer will be false. And if you don't know whether it is free or not, or whether there will be any swimming pool or not, something like that, it will be not given. Let's see the paragraph now. The pride of the center will be a multi gym with swimming pool. Okay, there will be a multi gym with swimming pool in it. Something younger residents may yes, something younger residents have been requesting for some time, but that has never been possible due to cost. But they're saying that this thing, younger residents have been requesting it for a lot of time, but because of cost, because of money problem, they were not able to build it. Okay, so again, this is our location. You have some time, tell me the answer, and your time starts now. Okay, time's up. The answer is not given. It was quite straightforward. Why? Because they are saying that free for residents of Rock Valley, yes, there will be a multi-gym swimming pool, but whether it will be free or not, we don't know about that. We have not been given any information. The information they gave us is it was requested by younger residents, or younger residents have been requesting it for some time, but because of money problem, because of cost, they were not able to build it. So but whether it will be free for residents or not, or how much fee they will have to pay, this is not mentioned here. Nothing of this sort has been mentioned in the paragraph, so we cannot say anything for sure. So that's why the answer will be not given. Hope it is clear. Moving on to the 11th question. The office space will accommodate businesses of different sizes. So they're saying that the office space, the building, the part they will be given to the commercial people or offices, it will accommodate, okay, it will host, or it will, they will give offices to business of different sizes, like small businesses, big businesses, something like that, small shops, big shops. If this is the case, they are giving shops to different sizes of businesses, like small or big, something like that, the answer will be true. But if this is not the case, they will not, they will try to have same kind of businesses, same size of business elsewhere, everywhere, the answer will be false. But if we don't know what kind of business sizes they are talking about, or in what context they are talking about the sizes, the answer will be not given. Let's see and see what is the context of the sizes. For many years now, local business people have been asking for better business premises, and this is now a priority for Frog Valley. So this is something about business people. 20,000 square meters of space will be used to house anything from small startups to large existing local businesses. So here they're talking about the space and the type of businesses. It will be built to the southeast of the site when with dedicated car parking for office workers either within each office area or a single car park. Okay, that's a different. So this is our location and you have some time to tell me the answer and your time starts now. Okay, time's up. I'm going to write the answer here and the answer is true. It was quite straightforward. Different sizes, yes. Why? From small startups to large existing local businesses. So they are of different sizes. So the answer is true. It was quite easy to understand. Let's read the 12th question now. The business car parking. So we have read about car parking here. Something here. Car parking. The business car parking area will be underground. So if the car parking area for businesses will be underground, the answer will be true. But if it is not underground, like it's on the first floor or maybe on the ground level, something like that, anything but underground, the answer will be false. But if we don't know whether it will be underground or not, or whether the location will be exactly like first floor, ground floor, underground floor, okay, we will say not given. Let's see. We have given the direction. It will be okay. We have been given the direction. It will be built southeast. Okay, with dedicated car parking for office workers either within office area or in a single car park. So they are talking about this. So you have some time, tell me the answer and time starts now. Okay, time's up and the answer is not given. I hope it is clear. Why not given? Because we know there will be car parking for office workers, basically for businesses. Okay, business car parking, but whether it will be underground or not, this is not mentioned in the text. So that's why we will say not given. 13th question. So it should be in the last paragraph. These two questions. The health center will offer a wide range of new services. Okay, so there will be one health center also, and what will do? It will offer a wide range of new services. So if it will offer you a new services, a lot of new services, the answer will be true. But if it will not offer a lot of new services, or it will offer only the old services or something like that, the answer will be false. But if we don't know whether there will be any health center or not, whether it will offer new services or not, or what it has to offer or what it will offer, if we don't know about that, we will say not given. Let's read the paragraph now. At our public consultation meeting, some residents asked if it would be possible to include services such as dentistry and various type of medical testing facilities within the health center. So here is something about this, and okay, this would mean adding to the existing building and there are no plans to do this at present. Okay, however, it will be possible to see a doctor at weekends and the evenings. Okay, so these are the services they have been talking about. Okay, so this is our location. I'm not gonna tell you more than that right now. So you have to tell me the answer first. What the answer can or should be of this particular paragraph. Oh, sorry, question, and the time starts now. Okay, time's up. So the answer to this question is false. Why it is false? Yes, because they are saying that so a new range of services, so they have mentioned it possible to include. So if you are including something, you are adding something new. So what you are adding as a new thing is dentistry and various type of medical testing facilities. So these are the new services they want to add. But why it is false? Because they are saying that this would mean adding to the existing building, and there are no plans to do this. So if you want to add these new services, then you have to extend the building, add new premises to the building or area to the building, and they don't have any plans to do that. Basically, they are not going to offer you any new service. So you will just get the old services that you are getting right now. Hope it is clear. Moving on to the next last question, 14th. At present, there are too few doctors at health center. So they're saying that right now, at present, basically right now, there are too few doctors, meaning to say the number of doctors is insufficient. So the number is not sufficient at the health center. So if the number is not sufficient, insufficient, the answer will be true. But if the number is sufficient or the number is enough, okay, the answer will be false. But if we don't know about the number, whether the number is sufficient or whether it is insufficient, the answer will be not given. So let's read the last sentence. However, it is possible to see a doctor. So this is something about doctors at the weekends and in the evenings, which is a welcome development. So it will be possible you can see a doctor at these particular times, and it's a welcome development. So this is our basically location, and you have some time. Time starts now. Okay, time's up, and I'm gonna write the answer. Drum roll, please. Answer is not. Sorry about that. Not given. Why not given? Because we have not been told about the number of doctors. They're just saying it will be possible to see a doctor at weekends and in the evenings, and it's a positive welcome development. But there is no mention of whether the number of doctors is enough or whether the number is not enough. There is no mention of this. So that's why the answer to this will be not given. Hope it is clear. So this is how you should attempt your true false not given. So if there is any doubt, if some question is not clear to you, if any question is not clear to you, you should re-watch that particular part of the video, or you can re-watch this entire video. Be my guest. It's up to you. Whatever suits you, whatever your needs are, you should do according to that. Okay, and if you want our services, again I'm telling you, the link is in our bio. You can go to our website in the link, from that particular link, and enroll yourself in our course. And if you want our services like writing correction services, you want us to correct your essay, mark your essay according to the 4 parameters given by the IELTS, you can book that services also. If you can also book our 1-to-1 speaking slot, in which you will be given speaking to us, and we will mark you. We will tell you your weak areas, what areas you need to work on, what are your strengths, and what you have to do to get your desired band scores. If you want our writing correction services or 1-to-1 speaking slots, you can book that also. So with this, we come to the end of this video. I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care and goodbye.